So when I was 11 years old, our neighbors had a dog that had puppies. And they're like, do you want one of the puppies? And I was like, yeah. And so we got this puppy. It was a Scottish Terrier, and her name was Princess. I named her. And I loved Princess so much. And my sister loved her too. And every night we had separate bedrooms and we'd compete for who would get the dog to sleep with them in their bed. And, I'd be, Princess, come here. And she would like come to my bed. And then my sister would be, Princess, come here. And she would go to my sister's bed. And she would do this, back and forth for like an hour every night. And eventually she would just decide to just stay in one bed. And, I never knew who it would be. And, she was my dog. I loved her so much. And she was a great dog. And once there was these three like Great Danes who lived next door to us that were really ferocious. And one day they got out of the gate, which they were always locked in, and they came charging at me, these three Great Danes. I was a kid. And my dog was tiny. She was a tiny Scottie. She like charged at them and she like attacked these three huge Great Danes. And one of the Danes grabbed my leg, with its teeth. It was holding onto my leg by the pant leg. And she just attacked it. And she chased it and the other two Great Danes away. And I was just, she saved my life. I was just so grateful to her. And I was walking her once and there was this bully kid named Eddie Ho. And he was just this mean kid. And he was coming on his bicycle and he deliberately rode over my dog's tail. And she like, yelped in pain and he just like laughed. And I hated him so much more than I would have hated him for doing something like that to me. And then when my mother had more kids with my stepfather, she became very impatient with the dog and her needs. And the dog, needed affection and she would try to, like rub up against her and stuff. And she would get mad and she would kick the dog. She would kick Princess. And Princess was always afraid of thunder. Whenever there was thunder, she would just cower in fear. And I went to college. And while I was in college, there was some thunder. And Princess ran away. And they never found her. And I couldn't help thinking that she probably ran away partly because she was no longer welcome at home.